What have you been up to all week? I had an extra day to myself. So I decided to sit down with my little encyclopedia of dishcloths during the daylight with a cold beverage. Got some Coke Zero. That might be a little caffeine boost that got me going, right? Missi over at Missi's Yarniverse every Thursday, she dives into the duck pond and has the ducks decide which one of these patterns we should work on next. This week was, I got it all bookmarked. Cross stitch bands. My book's falling apart. So I have this paper clip holding this section, which the middle of that section's unglued itself. And then I had a duck dishcloth that I did embroidery thread and turned it into a bookmark, which is holding that page open for me. But then the pages kept closing, so I got another paper clip. This is a well-used, loved pattern book, right? I think there's 12 left. There's one quacking waiting on the shelf at Missi's house. And then we still have 12 patterns. But there could be more surprises than that. So I sat down and I was kind of looking like 13, right? I'm on this new calendar kick. The last calendar was an academic calendar, so it was 18 months, and it's over in July. So here I am looking into August, just curious, like, how long are the ducks gonna go? If there are 13, including this one, and I count 13 Thursdays down, this is gonna take us to the end of August. But I know, Missi, there has to be. There possibly is. Maybe there could be. So, as you've noticed, I've counted those down in pencil so I can erase them. Who knows where Missi's going with that, right? So what have I got going on? The pattern picture, there's the pattern picture. Crisscross bands, without showing you too much. Their pattern example is in all-in-one color. Traditionally, I like to take the stitch sampler and turn it into something else, right? I've turned them into some pretty fun, cute things. But I got to thinking, in November is a market for Brentwood Farm girls are all getting together. They're going to do like a little market. And I was trying to think of some little items that I could make, that I could take, just so I could get the taste of what it's like to do a market. But I don't have any dishcloths. I give them away or I turn them into something else. But I thought, well, these dishcloths would be a nice, a little something to put in a basket and put a little price on them. And if they're cotton, if they're all 100% cotton, then we're good. I can just say, it's a cotton washcloth. Wash whatever you need to wash, right? So I think I need to really focus, reel in my imagination a little, and make some dishcloths so that I could take them to the market. I got sidetracked. I picked out this beautiful coral color, and then I got to working. I got some row repeats, and then totally got distracted. I dropped my 4.5 millimeter crochet hook down next to the chair. Next to the chair, I have a stack of crap. It's a basket. It's got a couple books to level it out, and then I got another basket with current projects, and then the calendar sits there, and it's side table high. So I tried to very gently just grab the crochet hook out of the crack. Didn't even fall all the way to the ground. It hit the ground, so I'm crawling under the chair to find it. And there's a pile of dust, yarn clippings, just things. So then I start to scoop the basket to the side. Everything falls over. I end up reorganizing the crap pile next to my craft chair. That's not what I came in here to do. I'm not trying to waste my whole day with cleaning. So I got on Amazon, and they said that in 3 to 4 hours they can deliver me a dustbuster. So then I start shopping Black & Decker cordless dustbusters, which would be perfect for like zooming around little corners. It looks pretty strong. I don't know if I can suck up scrap yarn snippets. I don't know, but that's what my scrappy chicken is for, is to put all the little scrap pieces in her. So full story, full circle, all the way back around. Just sat back down and I'm like, well, wonder what my friends are up to. What are you guys doing? Leave me a comment below. Are you making dishcloths with Missy? I'd love to know if you are. It has been a grand adventure. I have learned so many interesting stitch combinations through this little encyclopedia of dishcloths. And just made some creative things. I've made little purses. I put the zipper in one a couple weeks ago, and that was cute. You know, that's a nice little item that I could put at the market. So another distraction that I had was I was sitting here thinking about the market. I have a little table that has 3 shelves, a top shelf, a second shelf, a third shelf, and a top, a middle, and a bottom shelf. And it's got like this little edge on it so that you could actually put things on it and it wouldn't fall apart. Fall off the shelf. I don't know where it came from or what it was meant to be for, really. But I want to spray paint it. I want to get 2 dowels for the corner posts and put hooked on wishing crochet. And then I measured the top shelf to see, I want 3 little baskets. I measured them and broke them apart. So I know I said I wasn't going to the Dollar Tree anymore. I don't want to go to the Dollar Tree anymore, but maybe I should get on Amazon and check out prices. And then I don't know how I feel about Dollar General, because we don't have one close to us. So I don't know how I'm feeling about Dollar General. Long story short, I need 3 baskets to fit in that top. I want 1 to be dishcloths, 1 to be like little makes, like little things that I've made for like the Wooblin Wednesday, or like little free library items that I put in there. Just a low priced ticket item. There's a lot of free patterns for making little items. Like a $5 price range, $5, something like that. And then for the 3rd basket, I want to do cat toys. I used to love to make cat toys. I bought some a long time ago. I bought some little tiny gumball machine capsules, just little tiny ones. I think they're only like an inch or something like that. And at one point at Christmas time, I bought a whole bag full of bells. And I had a really fun time crocheting around the capsules and the bells and making cat toys. Because if the cat accidentally got it apart, the bell is in a capsule and you can find it, hear it, find it before the cat can get, of course, get that lid off of there. I was even putting a little spot of super glue on the cap just to make it one more layer of safety, right? I made fish, I made mice, I made little frogs. That was a quick little fun make I'd like to get back into and make some of those to put in the basket. So the top shelf will be like the lower priced items. My middle shelf, I want to do monsters. That Megan lap, it's sitting right here. I want to do monsters. I want to fill that shelf full of monsters. I love this book. And look, this is the next monster to make. I even put some bookmarks in there. I want to do that next shelf, monsters. And then the next shelf, I want to put, I want to make some Gwendolyn chickens and some Josephine gooses with cute little dresses. And then I had 2 more items I had in mind. I want to put, again, I might need to go to the Dollar Tree. I wanted to get 2 of the hanging hooks, that you put on the back of your doors, or like they have those coat rack hooks with like 3 little hooks on them. On one side, I want to put bags. I want to make a couple of market bags, bag-o-day patterns, summer pattern bags, that sort of thing. And the market's going to be in November, but here in California, we have farmers markets all year long. And we have a ban on plastic bags. So a lot of people know that them paper bags just rip as soon as you touch them. So I'm thinking reusable bags, something cute, would be a really good item on one side of my shelving unit. On the other side of my shelving unit, I want to do little girl dresses. I do. I had so much fun making the little girl dress that I want to do sparkly, glittery, cutesy, ruffly little girl. Bag-o-day Crochet has tons of dresses. Ravelry has tons of dresses. There's other dresses on YouTube that are very simple, but your stitches are making them look fluttery and butterfly unicorn cutesy. I want to make a couple of dresses and hang it on the other side. Was thinking about size range. I'd like to have enough of them, I don't know, maybe like 4. I like to keep even numbers, 4, 6 of them maybe. I've got plenty of time, and they whip up so fast with a good yarn, a solid hook, and a free open schedule. I think I'd like to make 4, 6 of them. We'll see. But I want I want a size range so that I have some larger ones, like 5T, maybe 5-year-olds. 6, you're starting to get a little bit more mature, a little less whimsy. You're still a little girl, but 6, you're starting to realize what's cool. I'm thinking 12 months, 1 year to 5 years. That seems to be the range in sizes where I wouldn't have to do any modifications to it, like the Bag-o-day Crochet. And I keep saying Crystal because she has so many. But that seems to be the toddler dress range that I wouldn't have to do any modifications on YouTube videos and Ravelry. You could just go up a hook size to get to your next size without, adjusting the chains and that sort of thing, or the pattern repeat. So dresses, bags, little things on top, monsters, chickens and gooses. Keep it simple. That's the whole idea, is I just want to keep it simple. I know that doesn't sound simple at all, does it? I want to have a good time with it. Want to pre-organize it in my head so that I can make the things. I want to label the things. I want to have a list of the things that I'm taking with a very, very brief description. Yeah, I want everything to be labeled so that the price is on every individual thing. But then I'd also like to have very basic prices so that I can label the shelf with what it is. All the monsters will be the same price. Probably the same price as the goose and the chickens. Probably the same price as the dresses and maybe even the bags. Maybe all those things could have the same price point. Individually labeled and label the shelf so that it's very, very clear. And then the top shelf with the 3 little baskets, they can all 3 probably just be the same price too. Just a lower price point and keep it simple. Since I've never done a market before, I just want it to be smooth sailing. And so I think that if I sit and overthink it months and months in advance, it'll iron out any chance of a hiccup, right? We'll see. Having fun with it. So I am going to sit here and I'm going to work on my dishcloth, and then I'll be back when it's finished. I had no ball band, 4.5 millimeter hook. It looks like from the picture I counted that they repeat the X's. It's a 3-row repeat. They duplicate this crisscross pattern 7 times. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna repeat it 2 more times. 3 rounds, 2 more times. I'll be back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Whoop, got a dangling hook. And there we go. I did it all in a timely manner. I did. I have oh my gosh, I'm a mess. I have a 17 chain drying hanging loop, which is a patent technique by Cindy Hart's Crochet. There we go. I have the, what was that one called? The crisscross cross stitch bands. Very pleasant, easy going, wonderful afternoon. I even got sidetracked and cleaned up, so it's proven you can clean up with a washcloth like this. All you have to do is drop your crochet hook. I dropped my sewing needle, my darning needle. Do you do that? Do you wet the end of your yarn before you put it through the loop, through the hole in the needle, in the eye of the needle? My grandma must have shown me that. I don't think I would just naturally put something in my mouth unless I was instructed to. That's how it's done. I get the end of that yarn wet, I pinch it between 2 fingers, and then I push down on the eye of the needle between the 2 fingers, and that yarn tail has nowhere to go but in the eye of that needle. I don't even need to see. I'm not sitting there trying to figure out where it is. And then I got my magnet over here. Sew it in one way, sew it in the other way, flip it the other way. And oh my gosh, maybe I should have just used my scissors real quick. These are some baby toenail clippers. That way they're nice and light. Don't have to worry about them stabbing through a project bag. Did you see that? Usually they stick on there. I got a little scrap which I'm going to add to my very flat new scrappy chicken. Put that on there. There we go, Gwendolyn. You did a good supervising job. There we go. I have a dishcloth. I need to go take a picture right now so I don't forget to send it to Missy for the Duck Duck Dishcloth Parade. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to put it over there in a bag that I've created for my market items. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. It's always a good afternoon when I'm sitting around crocheting. Take care, friends. Bye.